After a denouncement to the prosecution for abuse of office, the Democratic Party has called on Tirana's prosecution to immediately suspend Arta Marku, with the DP MP Alibeaj demanding an investigation into links between Marku and Rama. Urban waste has become the biggest environmental problem in Berat, with the waste disposal site located very close to inhabited areas and processes for treatment there do not meet any legal requirements. In addition to the underground parking lots located at Skanderberg Square and the new boulevard, 2 more are being constructed in our capital city and will soon be available for public use. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Saturday, the 22nd of September 2018. My name is Alexandra. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. The Democratic Party MP Alibeaj, on behalf of the Democratic Party, appealed to Tirana's prosecution office to order the suspension of the Chief General Prosecutor Arta Marku. According to the Democrat MP, the Chief Prosecutor has committed an abuse of office by dismissing serious crime prosecutors. The abuse of office by Arta Marku is a matter that requires a quick investigation by the Tirana Prosecution Office in order to prevent further destruction of the cases against Tahiri, Shulazi or any other issue that Edi Rama is concerned about. The Democratic Party calls on Tirana's Prosecution Office to order, without delay, the suspension of Arta Marku and launch an investigation into her actions, stated Alibeaj. According to the Democratic Party, the prosecutor's investigations should also reveal any link or communications between the Chief Prosecutor and the Prime Minister, Edi Rama, his Secretary, Angel Agachi, or the Interior Minister, Fatmir Jafai. We urgently need to verify what are the direct or indirect links between Arta Marku and Edi Rama. What kind of communication does Arta Marku have with Angel Agachi, and how has this affected investigations into Tahiri or delayed the Shulazi case? What else has been asked of the Chief Prosecutor by Fatmir Jafai, Ulsimanya, Ermanela Veliaj, or any other Socialist MP, added Alibeaj. According to the Democrat MP, to suspend and investigate Arta Marku without delay would be a great and honest service from the prosecutors in the pursuit of justice. Shkodra's court has released the regional hospital doctors who were detained 2 days ago on charges of abuse of office. The hearing lasted for 3 hours. The trial panel, headed by Judge Hassan Salimi, decided to apply lighter security measures, not imprisonment, as demanded by the prosecution, represented by prosecutor Blerta Hamza. For cardiologist Luan Dragusha, the security measure unconditional freedom was applied. For the former director of the hospital, Paparim Chela, he was given the freedom against a bond of 500,000 lek. A restriction was also applied, preventing him from exercising any duties of the administrative service of the hospital. Renato Kepi is required to regularly report to the officers, while pharmacist Carmen Cacciolini was freed after having paid a bond, but was also suspended from exercising any administrative duty at the hospital. Freedom was also provided to Amanda Matlia and Juliana Juri on the requirement of a bond payment, while for Albana Mehmetai, no security measure was applied. At the hearing, the defence lawyers objected to prosecution and police actions, arguing that the doctors ordered the medicines in accordance with the hospital's annual needs. They also said that the tender was checked by the ministry and then passed on to the hospital's directorate filter. The prosecution arrested doctors on charges of abuse of office after a 2-month investigation, pointing out that by the end of 2016, they ordered 400 medicine packets, but only conducted 3 operations. The decision was announced amid tears from relatives of the doctors, who remained outside the court's door until the full duration of the hearing. After the news of the release of the doctors was issued, they were allowed to enter the hall, where the tears continued amidst family embraces. A patient who stayed outside the court to wait for the decision told the media that he has needed medical assistance for the past 3 days as he suffers from heart disease. However, there are no staff left at the hospital who are able to assist him. The search continues for 2 other doctors, Durato Uruchi and Edi Smiley, who have been declared as wanted. Very close to an inhabited area, not far from the premises of a private school and very close to the shore of the Osumi River, is the urban waste disposal site in the city of Berat. In an act of non-compliance to every environmental rule, for years all the waste of the city has been disposed here and is even occasionally burnt to make space for new rubbish. The municipality has long considered the biggest environmental problem of urban waste management, while the concern is greater where the municipality has joined the new Administrative Territorial Division and some of the former municipalities. Deputy Mayor Berat accepts the problem and insists that they have the solution, with a project to be launched soon across 5 municipalities funded by the Swiss government. The same situation occurs across 4 other municipalities of this district. Waste is collected in inappropriate places, often burned, and causes pollution in the environment. The decision to close 13 schools that were operating with permanent multi-grade classes in Kukës has been called into question. The Mayor of Kukës, Bashkim Shehu, has placed himself firmly in opposition of the Education Ministry's initiative, stating that this initiative was not discussed with local community members or government officials. Even in the letter which we addressed to the Ministry of Education and the Education Directorate, we have advised local units that there exists no such study as to why they have been closed. So what are the reasons? Local units have not been informed in advance of the closures. We have many complaints coming from parents every day, explained Bashkim Shehu. The head of the municipality in Kukës has taken the initial steps towards the total reconstruction of the Chazim Shehu High School in the village of Shtichen near Kukës. This investment amounts to 20 million lek and is 30% of the municipality's co-financing agreement with the Regional Development Fund. Work has begun despite the delay caused by the municipal council, said Bashkim Shehu. The school's reconstruction involves a renovation of the walls, floors, ceilings, toilets, electrical appliances and central heating networks. Tirana is set to have 2 more parking lots, one at the new stadium and another at Elbasan Road. These parking lots are being added to the city after the success of the existing underground car parks at Skanderberg Square and the entrance of the new boulevard. Mayor of Tirana, Veliaj, inspected the works being carried out at the latter, a public parking lot with 2 floors underground and 145 spaces. Above the surface, the space is utilised as a playground for children. I am extremely enthusiastic about this fantastic project in Tirana. Like any beautiful work of the municipality, this work also sparked hysteria, false news, protests, lamentations and defamation. Here we are today on the 2nd sub-level of the parking lot. There is another floor above us and on the surface we will restore the playground of Stadtjudjat, said Veliaj. Mayor Veliaj also said that the result is tangible. At the end of this mandate, or even after 50 years when we are no longer on this earth, the question will not be who invented, who created hysteria, who protested every good work. The question that people will ask is, when they were in power, did they leave anything behind? I'm glad to say that the answer is yes, we left something behind. I remember that 3 years ago, during our campaign, we did not even discuss the possibility of an underground parking lot within the Tirana municipality. Today, we are building the 3rd one, soon the 4th in Chan Mustafa, having already constructed those at Skanderberg Square and the new boulevard, explained Veliaj. In addition, Veliaj assured that by completing concrete actions every day, Tirana will be able to compete with any other European city. The public parking lot has been designed to consist of 2 underground floors, offering 145 parking spaces in total, plus 2 parking spaces for people with disabilities. Travel between levels will be facilitated by both a lift and stairs. The parking lot is equipped with a ventilation system, a fire protection system, emergency lighting and lavatories. The Mayor underlined that by the end of the works, the concerns related to parking in the capital will be eased. Although the month of September has nearly come to an end, high temperatures, sunny conditions and an absence of stormy weather has prolonged the summer holiday season. Along the coast of Durrës, tourists are flocking to catch some of the rays, despite the peak of the summer tourist season having been considered as closed. However, many Albanians and tourists have not been able to enjoy their summer break along the coast due to other engagements. Meteorologists now forecast that the high temperatures and beautiful weather will come to an end by the beginning of next week, when it is expected that we will see a significant decrease in temperatures accompanied by the return of rainfall. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and have a lovely weekend.